तपाईहरु हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ गुड मर्निङ नेपाल।
गुड मर्निङ नेपाल।
गुड मर्निङ नेपाल।
नमस्कार, गुड मर्निङ नेपाल। सधैँ चाहिँ तपाईहरुको बिहानीमा हामी केही होस्टहरु गुड मर्निङ नेपाल शोमा आइपुगेका छौं र तपाईको दिन राम्रो बनाउनका लागि हामी गुड मर्निङ नेपाल शोमा धेरै सकारात्मक कुराहरु र सन्देशहरु लिएर तपाईहरु माझ फेरि उपस्थित भइसकेका छौं। आजको शोमा हामी धेरै रमाइला कुराहरु पनि गर्ने छौं र नेपालको आजको एउटा शानदार विजयका बारेमा साथसाथै नेपालमा भएका रमाइला घटनाहरुका बारेमा पनि कुरा गर्ने छौं। म सन्तोष उपाध्याय तपाईहरुको होस्ट।
नमस्ते र म तपाईहरुको होस्ट प्रिया सिगदेल। आज सन्तोषले भनिसक्यो एकदमै पोजिटिभ डे छ, पोजिटिभ कुराहरु छ। के होला त पोजिटिभ न्यूज सन्तोष? आज
पहिलो त म फर्करै आउने बित्तिकै म हेर्दै थिएँ दोस्रो खेलमा पनि नेपालको शानदार प्रदर्शन भनेर। यो चाहिँ हिजो बुधबार भएको खेल थियो र यो खेलमा नेपालले श्रीलङ्कालाई 3-0 को गोल अन्तरले अन्डर 20 साफ च्याम्पियनशिप भइराखेको छ। त्यसमा फेरि दोस्रो जित निकालेर 6 पोइन्ट सहित शीर्ष स्थानमा छ।
नेपाल यस
यो सुन्दै कति खुसी लाग्छ कि अब मेरो दिन त्यसै राम्रो बनिसक्यो।
स्पोर्ट्समा नेपालले राम्रो इन्टरनेसनली परफर्म गर्दाखेरि त एकदम एक्साइटिङ पनि लाग्छ हुन्छ नि।
र यसैगरी स्पोर्ट्सको जित आउन थाल्यो भने चाहिँ म सबै पत्रिकाहरूलाई के पनि रिक्वेस्ट गर्छु भने स्पोर्ट्स चाहिँ फर्स्ट पेजमा राखिदिनुस् जित्न थाल्यो भने।
फ्रन्ट पेज आज त फ्रन्ट पेज न्यूज पनि के छ भन्दाखेरि एसएससी को नतिजा आएको छ जसमा चाहिँ हामी सन्तोष म चाहिँ सबैजना गुड मर्निङ नेपालको टिमबाट चाहिँ जतिजनाले नै एसएससी दिनु मेरो भाइले पनि उनीहरूले एसएलसी राम्ररी मार्क्समा पास भएको छ। सो एकदम धेरै धेरै कङ्ग्रेचुलेसन्स हाम्रो साइडबाट धेरै धेरै बधाई छ। सेलिब्रेट गर्नु किनभने एसएससी को टाइममा धेरै मेहनत गर्नु परेछ, पढ्नुपर्छ, त्यो स्ट्रेस छुट्टै हुन्छ एसएससी को। हामीले दिँदा एसएलसी थियो, अब अहिले एसएससी छ। सो त्यही भएर चाहिँ हामी एकदमै विश गर्छौँ कि तपाईहरुको चाहिँ अबको आउने फ्युचरको लागि जे पनि प्लान्सहरु छ राम्ररी होस् र अहिलेलाई चाहिँ रिल्याक्स एन्ड इन्जोय सेलिब्रेट गर्नु हैन।
एकदम सेलिब्रेटबाट याद आयो प्रिया, हिजो म लड्डु किन्नुपर्छ भनेर डुले के यति धेरै ठाउँमा लड्डुको चाहिँ हिजो सर्टेज भयो। ओ गॉड, यो चाहिँ मलाई एकदम गजब लाग्छ। सबै कुरा हैन, अनि केक लिने पसलमा गए सबले चाहिँ त्यो कंग्रेचुलेसन्स भन्दै केक बनाउँदै थिए। म पनि पालो आए आफ्नो बनाउन लगाए। यो एउटा रमाइलो पक्ष पनि हो किनभने धेरै विद्यार्थीहरूले 2 वर्षपछि होला अहिले एसयुको एक्जाम अपियर भएर एक्जाम दिएर चाहिँ पास भएको र यो क्षण अलिकति महत्त्वपूर्ण पनि थियो किनभने हामी कोभिडको समयपछि डिजिटलबाट फेरि ब्याक टु फिजिकल पनि आइसकेका छौं र त्यो एउटा डिजिटलले चाहिँ डिजिटल र फिजिकलको एउटा कम्बिनेसन भनौं न त्यो पनि राम्रो बनाएको छ। यो चाहिँ अध्ययनमा एउटा आएको परिवर्तन जस्तो पनि लाग्छ।
अनि यही कुरामा अब एसएलसी टु एसएससी भएर धेरै चीजहरु चेन्ज भयो पनि यो मिठाईको सर्टेज हुने चाहिँ चेन्ज भएन रहेछ, जसको लागि मलाई एकदमै खुसी पनि लाग्यो यो कुरा देख्दाखेरि।
यसै एउटा कुरा जोड्न मन लाग्यो, तिम्रो एसएलसी को रिजल्ट हेर्दाखेरि कसरी हेर्ने गरिन्थ्यो?
पेपरमा, हाम्रो चाहिँ न्युजपेपरमा छापेर आउँथ्यो। न्युजपेपरमा एउटा मेरो नाम आयो कि आएन रिकन्फर्म गर्नको लागि, अनि त्यसपछि सिम्बल नम्बर आएर कन्फर्म गरेपछि अनि त्यसपछि स्कुलमा गोरखापत्रमा मात्रै आउँथ्यो। अनि सिम्बल नम्बर कन्फर्म गरिसकेपछि स्कुलमा गएपछि स्कुलमा चाहिँ कम्प्युटर हुन्थ्यो कि त्यसमा चाहिँ अनलाइन पनि हेर्न पाइन्थ्यो।
त्यो भनेको तिमी भनेपछि अलि पछिल्लो जेनेरेसनको भयो। हाम्रो बेलामा र हाम्रो अलि अगाडिसम्म चाहिँ के थियो भने तपाईको गाउँतिर अझै एसएलसी दिनु भएको छ भने त्यो गोरखापत्रमा मात्रै रिजल्ट आउने। गोरखापत्र त्यो ठाउँमा पुग्नको लागि कम्तीमा 1 दिन अथवा 2 दिन बस कति दिन पछि पुग्छ त? त्यहाँ न्यूज पनि हामीले ताजा हेर्न पाउँथेनौं कि। अनि त्यो भइसकेपछि 1 दिन 2 दिन पछि बल्ल गोरखापत्र आउँथ्यो भनेपछि रिजल्ट आइसक्यो, मान्छेहरुलाई त्यो खुलदुली भइ नै रहेछ, आफू पास फेल थाहा छैन हैन। हुन त त्यो बेलामा इन्टरनेट थिएन, अरूको पनि थाहा हुन्थेन, सजिलो थियो। नभए चाहिँ हामी लास्ट 15 इयर्स भनौं 15 वर्षमा अहिले यस्तो फड्को मारिसक्यो कि मोबाइलमा रिजल्ट हेर्दाखेरि पास मात्रै आउँदैन, माथि कंग्रेचुलेसन्स
पनि आउँछ अनि जसको हुँदैन। अब त्यस्तै छ। तर आज जे जस्तो भए पनि नतिजा जे जस्तो भए पनि धेरै थोरै भन्दाखेरि पनि यो सक्यो, यो पास हुनेहरूलाई त छँदैछ, तर पास नहुनेहरूलाई प्लिज डिसहार्टेड नहुनु। मार्क्सले कहिले पनि तपाईको क्रेडेन्शियल्स के हो भनेर प्रुभ गर्दैन, त्यही भएर प्रयास चाहिँ गरिरहनु होला। प्रयासै गर्ने कुरा गर्दाखेरि कोट अफ द डे बिना त कसरी दिनको सुरुवात पनि गर्ने। एक्चुअली आजको कोट अफ द डे के छ एकचोटि हेरौँ। This year I met version of me, but also the strongest unknown. Oh wow, यो मैले दिएको कोट होइन
जस्तो भन्न लाग्यो
म हरेक कोटसँग रिलेट गर्न सक्छु सन्तोष. This is very beautiful. हामीलाई लाग्छ कि यो कोट इज सो मी के यो मेरो past 4 months को लाइफ यही हो.
मलाई चाहिँ आई थिंक दिस कोट इज सो एभ्रीवन भन्छ.
एभ्रीवन यस. हामीलाई चाहिँ हामी ओहो मसँग त के भयो भनेर यस्तो ब्रेकडाउन भइरहेको टाइममा हामी रियलाइजै गरेको हुन्छ कि हाम्रो भित्र एउटा अर्को त्यही प्रियाको पनि अर्को नयाँ जन्म भइरहेको हुन्छ. द स्ट्रङ्गर भर्जन जन्म भइरहेछ भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ यो कोट पढेपछि चाहिँ आई रियलाइज कि हरेक च्यालेन्जेसले बर्न गराउने हाम्रो नयाँ के भने अपर्च्युनिटिज, नयाँ प्लेटफर्म, नयाँ वे अफ लुकिङ एट लाइफ, जीवनलाई हेर्ने एउटा नयाँ पर्सपेक्टिभ जुन दिन्छ त्यो चाहिँ यस्तै वर्स्ट सिचुएसनबाट नै आउँछ जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई चाहिँ सन्तोष.
निश्चय पनि यो के हो भने मलाई चाहिँ के लाग्छ भने हरेक दुःख हरेक च्यालेन्जेसहरू हाम्रो लाइफमा आउनु भनेको चाहिँ के हो भने त्यो सिक त्योबाट बलियो भएर जा. एट द एन्ड अफ द लाइफ चाहिँ यस्तै अप्ठ्यारा अनुभवहरूबाट नै हामी कति स्ट्रङ हुन्छौँ भन्ने हुन्छ कि. जस्तै आजकै एससीको रिजल्टको कुरा गर्ने हो, आई थिङ्क 20,000 स्टुडेन्ट्सहरू चाहिँ फेल हुनु भएको छ होइन. जति पास हुनु भएको छ म एउटा कुरा चाहिँ के भनिदिन्छु भने जीवनमा कतै न कतै उहाँहरूले पनि फेलियर चाहिँ भोग्नुपर्छ. किनभने लाइफको पार्ट हो. र जसले अहिले फेलियर भोगिरहेको छ उनीहरूले भनौँ न 14-15 वर्षकै उमेरमा चाहिँ त्यो सिकेर बलियो हुने मौका पनि पाइरहेछ.
एक्ज्याक्टली.
अनि यो फेलियरलाई चाहिँ हामीले आत्मसात गर्ने हो, यसलाई कसरी जित्ने कसरी ट्याकल गर्ने भनेर लड्दै जाने हो. यो फेलियरको पछि आउने जुन सक्सेस छ त्यसको मिठास फेरि छुट्टै हुन्छ.
भन्छ नि अँध्यारो रातपछि बिहानी हुन्छ भनेर. त्यही भएर पनि हामी यो बिहानी यो कोट भर्नको कारण चाहिँ निराश नहौँ, नआत्तियौँ. बिस्तारै समयले सबैलाई राम्रो दिन पनि देखाउँछ. जस्तो दिन देखाए पनि आफू आत्तिने काम चाहिँ नगरौँ. काम भएर चाहिँ हाम्रो
काम पनि हो र हामी एकदम सुखमा छौँ भन्दैमा मातिने काम पनि नगरौँ. किनभने सुख र दुःख भनेको एउटा पार्ट अफ लाइफ हो. यो बिनाको जिन्दगी कसैको पनि छैन. तपाईँले सबैभन्दा सफल ठान्नु भएको व्यक्तिलाई पनि सर्टेन दुःखहरू छ. म जहिले भन्ने गर्छु कि होइन हामीले आइडल भनेर फुटबलमा भनौँ न रोनाल्डो लियोनेल मेसीहरूलाई आइडल मान्छौँ नि त. उहाँहरू कति खुसी कति जितेको छ भन्ने हुन्छ. तर उहाँहरूलाई पनि कता कता वर्ल्ड कप नजितेको खिन्नता छ होला कि
उहाँको आफ्नो पीडा
खिन्नता त्यो लेभलको पीडा छुट्टै नै छ. कोही मान्छेलाई चप्पलबाट जुत्तामा सिफ्ट हुँ भन्ने पीडा छ होला. कोही मान्छेलाई चाहिँ यो जुत्ता लगाउँदा लगाउँदा मेरो खुट्टा कहिले जुत्ता खोल्न पाइएला होइन
एक्ज्याक्टली
कस्तो गाह्रो भइसक्यो भन्ने पनि पीडा छ कि. फेरि सबैमा आफ्नो आफ्नो
पीडा छ. साइकल चलाउनेले बाइक देखेर बाइक भइदियो हुन्थ्यो, बाइक चलाउनेले गाडी देखेर गाडी भइदियो हुन्थ्यो, गाडी
भएकोले चाहिँ किस्ता कसरी तिर्ने
हुन्थ्यो. आफ्नो पर्सनल एक्सपिरियन्स. सो कोच अफ द गाडी बाइक स्कुटरकै कुरा गरेपछि अब आजको मौसम कस्तो छ, बाइक स्कुटरमा ट्राभल गर्नलाई कस्तो छ त एकचोटि आजको वेदर पनि हेरिहालौँ त. सो आजको मौसम के छ त सन्तोष?
आजको मौसम म त हेर्दै थिएँ छर्लङ्ग घाम लाग्यो माइ लर्ड भन्ने खालको थियो कि.
कतातिर घाम लागिरहेछ आज?
सबैतिर. मैले त्यो म्याप हेर्दाखेरि मैले रारातालसम्म देखेँ कि आज यो म्याप.
मैले पनि देखिरहेको थिएँ. म हो कि होइन मैले यो पानी परिरहेको देखायो कि घाम लागेको देखायो कि के भनेर कन्फ्युज भइरहेको थिएँ कि.
काठमाडौँमा चाहिँ अलिकति आंशिक वर्षा चाहिँ भइरहेको छ. तर देशभरि चाहिँ आज धेरै दिनको वर्षापछि फेरि मौसम खुला भएको छ. मौसम खुला भएर यसो हेर्दाखेरि त रमाइलो लाग्छ. तर तराईको मैले टेम्परेचर पनि हेरिरहेको थिएँ होइन. त्यो हुने बित्तिकै त्यो गर्मी याद आउँछ. ह्युमिड पनि भयो, घाम पनि त्यस्तै हुन्छ, त्यो पसिना आएको अनि यो सबै कुराहरूले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ यो मौसम भनेको मनसुनमा धेरै दिनपछिको वर्षापछिको घामलाई चाहिँ एकदमै ब्लेसिङको रूपमा लिन्छौँ कि विशेष गरी तराईतिर चाहिँ लामो समय झरी पर्दा घाम देख्न पाएको हुँदैन होइन शीतलहरहरू हुने भइरहेको हुन्छ लकिली यो वर्ष चाहिँ हामीले त्यो सबै खेप्नु परेको छैन त्यति धेरै तर आजको मौसम चाहिँ एकदम राम्रो छ किसानहरू पनि पक्कै पनि खुसी हुनुहुन्छ होला र फेरि बालीलाई पुग्ने जति पानी भयो र फेरि अब घाम पनि पाइन्छ भनेर आजको मौसम चाहिँ रमाइलो छ भनौँ
ल आजको मौसम रमाइलो छ भनि पनि हाल्यौँ तर हामीले मौसम जे जस्तो भयो भने आफू घरबाट निस्किनुभन्दा अगाडि काममा जानुभन्दा अगाडि राम्ररी चाहिँ प्रिपेयर भएर सनस्क्रिन लोसन लगाएर छाता लिएर आफ्नो साइडबाट प्रिपेयर भएर निस्किने मौसम जे जस्तो भयो भने आफ्नो एटिट्युड हामी जहिले पनि भन्छौँ पोजिटिभै राख्यो भने दिन जस्तो सुकै होस् मौसम जस्तो सुकै होस् त्यसले असर गर्दैन होइन त अब मौसमकै कुरा गरिसकेपछि हामीले हिजो पनि कुरा गर्यौँ मौसमले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ कति गाह्रो छ ट्राभल गर्नलाई टुरिस्टहरूलाई आउनको लागि अब मौसमको कुरा गर्दा गर्दै टुरिज्मको कुरा पनि इक्वली इम्पोर्टेन्ट छ र इक्वली इम्पोर्टेन्टको कुरा गर्दाखेरि नेपालमा टुरिज्म आफ्टर कोभिड एकदमै धेरै गाह्रो पनि भएछ तर यहाँ धेरैजना मान्छेहरू हुन्छ जो चाहिँ नेपालमा टुरिज्मलाई चाहिँ प्रमोट गर्नै पर्छ नेपालको टुरिज्म सेक्टरलाई अगाडि लिएर जानुपर्छ भनेर धेरैजना चाहिँ काम पनि गरिरहनु भएको छ र आफ्नो साइडबाट कन्ट्रिब्युट पनि गरिरहनु भएको छ र सँगसँगै चाहिँ नेपाललाई राम्रो डेस्टिनेसन बनाउनलाई पनि सन्तोष अब हुन्छ नि इन्टरनेसनल रिप्रेजेन्टलाई सपोर्ट गरेर हुन्छ कि के गरेर हुन्छ उहाँले जहिले पनि सपोर्ट गरिरहनु भएको छ
उहाँ जोड्दैछु प्रिया यो काम जहिले पनि नेपालको टुरिज्म भन्दै गर्दाखेरि नेपालको टुरिज्म प्रमोसनको कुरा गर्दा हाम्रो दिमागमा चाहिँ झट्ट सोच्दा नेपाली याद आउँछ
नेपाली याद
तर आज हामी जो व्यक्तिको कुरा गर्दैछौँ उहाँ नेपाली होइन तर उहाँले नेपाललाई उत्तिकै माया गरेर नेपालको पर्यटन प्रवर्धनदेखि नेपालमा हुने सहयोग जति उहाँले आफ्नो तर्फबाट गर्न सक्ने जति गरिराख्नु भएको छ र त्यसका लागि हामी कृतज्ञ पनि छौँ
अब उहाँको बारेमा अझै धेरै कुरा गर्न उहाँ को हो भन्ने कुरा गर्नको लागि उहाँ आज हामीसँग जोडिरहनु भएको छ यसैले यो सबै कुरा गर्छौँ एउटा छोटो ब्रेक पछि ब्रेक पछि फेरि पनि स्वागत छ गुड मर्निङ नेपालमा ब्रेक अघि हामीले कुरा गरिहाल्यौँ आज हामीसँग एउटा एकदमै इम्पोर्टेन्ट गेस्ट हुनुहुन्छ जसले चाहिँ नेपाली नभए पनि नेपालको टुरिज्म सेक्टरमा चाहिँ एकदमै राम्रो काम पनि गरिरहनु भएको छ र उहाँ को हो भनेर भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ एउटा टप म्यागजिनको लिस्टमा चाहिँ टप 100 CEOs एन्ड म्यानेजर्स इन नेपाल टु वाच भनेर उहाँको नाम पनि आइसकेको छ उहाँ जनरल म्यानेजर अफ टर्किश एयरलाइन्स मिस्टर अब्दुल्ला टुन्सर केसिसी हो सो वेलकम टु द शो अब्दुल्ला
थ्याङ्क यू
So did I pronounce your name right?
Almost.
Almost. Okay, I'm trying my best. But you are everyone's Mr. Abdullah, the favorite Abdullah.
I think that's easier for everyone.
Yes, that's
quite
easier. So welcome to the Good Morning Nepal show.
Thank you. Good morning.
So as this is a morning show, my first question for you would be, what is your morning look like? At what time your morning starts?
See, it depends on the flight times.
Yes.
When there are flights, I usually wake up very early and go to airport. For example, yesterday I started the day around 5 in the morning. Okay. That was flight day. Today I was planning to sleep, but I have a better option now here.
Okay, today you came here so you could not sleep. Okay.
So usually if the flights are in the morning, I start around 5:30 maximum.
5:30 in the I think it's so nice because Santosh should definitely learn that everyone starts their morning very early at 5 o'clock and at 4 o'clock. So Santosh is trying to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning?
No, I cannot do that. I'm just trying to be on time here.
I think that's
the goal. That's the goal.
That's enough for the women, yeah.
Anyways, Abdullah, whenever I first met you and whenever I talk to you, whenever I visit you, I feel like you are in a country where is your home. So I don't know if you feel the same, but I'm certain that you have contributed a lot to this country. So first of all, I would like to thank that. And we're going to talk more about it as well.
Yes.
First of all, I would like to say, whenever you visit Abdullah, he always offers you with the Turkish delight.
Turkish delight. You don't miss Turkey when you are here.
And my question to you is, what is the best food that you like from Nepal?
Oh, from Nepal. Honestly, I started adapting to Nepal cuisine more. For us, since we have a strong kitchen, it's not easy to adapt to other cuisines. But I can say I like the local products more, which is only in Nepal kind of things. My favorite dish was, I can say, garlic soup and potato soup.
Garlic soup and potato
but
soup.
I cannot find them in the city too much. That's why I was talking with all friends to have these kinds of things instead of like well-known things. Let's have this because these are specific to Nepal. So
that's
amazing. So a lot of restaurant owners and hotels, if you're listening to this, Abdullah is looking for spending some money.
For that. And thanks for giving me the opportunity to say this.
Garlic soup
and now I think I will have more.
Okay. So as you know, as Santosh also added, whenever we come to Turkish Airlines, there's a very different energy, and that is more about positive energy. We feel like we are so welcomed, and that's not only me or Santosh. Everyone who visits there, we are welcome with we feel like we are somewhere getting the feeling of Turkey, of Istanbul. I really, you know, one of the major reasons for me to visit Istanbul or want to go Turkey is because of you, because the way you share about Turkey and its culture, everything. So it's been how many years it has been that you are here, you have been working here as general manager?
Honestly, now it's quite a long time.
It's
6.5 years now.
6.5 years.
6.5 years, but like if we count the COVID times, of course, because those days went very fast, and unfortunately we could not like do the normal things we used to do. So yes, happy to hear that, because that's exactly what I want everybody to feel. Because when we are as an airline here, we are not just an airline or ticket selling kind of places. So we come here with the culture, also with our culture. And Turkish Airlines is flag carrier of Turkey. Now we use that name. Instead of Turkey, we use Turkey also. Let me say that also. We are the flag carrier. So till now, there is no embassy. So not too much relations between two countries. But I think Turkish Airlines is the bridge between two countries.
Exactly.
To empower those relations, and as a person also, I'm trying to play that role to make people understand each other, know more about the culture.
Yes, we think you are not just the general manager, but you're the brand ambassador of Turkish Airlines as well, because the way you have been promoting, or still, despite COVID, as you just mentioned about COVID as well, definitely it was very tough for airlines to operate, and it affected severely on the tourism of our country. So how was what was the thing that you can recall right now about the worst thing that could happen in COVID for Turkey, for Nepal to Turkey, or about the tourism? Because you promote lots of tourism in the country as well. So how it affected?
Honestly, it affected tourism and aviation a lot, both sectors. And at the beginning, maybe if you ask before COVID to people that like between all the countries, flights will be stopped, nobody will go from one place to another place. I think nobody will believe that before COVID. But when we had the COVID, and especially first 2-3 months I'm talking, we all faced with the
complete
those
lockdown.
conditions. And that's something was unexpected from all of us. And that happened. So I think to learn from that, always expect unexpected, maybe we can say. But of course, even in the worst conditions, you try to find breathing areas. And that's human nature also. Human nature is strong. And like till today, I mean, we know the last 30 years, 50 years, maybe, let's say 200 or even 3,000 years of history. But till today, from the beginning, I mean, there were too much kind of things like this, and all the time human nature survived through them. I think now
you are reviving back.
Now we are trying to be in the revival period. A little bit, of course, happenings in the world is affecting, but still, I mean, there's always a place to breathe and have good things at the same time.
Yes, that's beautiful.
It's obvious that after a lot of hardship during the COVID time, each and every sector is affected very badly.
Very badly.
But I think tourism, aviation is one part which has been completely shut down. Complete shut down. So we can relate that. But even with that, I can confidently say that there is one airline who continuously supports Nepalese who are flying abroad, especially when they are representing their country.
That's important for us.
And we would like to thank you for that.
Thank you for that. And I think we have also we would like to see a picture. Photo the international support gareko Nepalलाई wahale. Because this is what I really love about you and your about how Turkish Airlines does, is how we continuously been supporting youths representing us. We have another picture as well. So how you recall this support, how you recall this pictures?
Yeah,
I took it from your Facebook.
Yes, okay. I think one of them was with the Olympic team.
Yeah.
They were going for mathematical Olympiads, I remember, and they are going for tournament, as I know. So honestly, especially when we came here, like I saw that, like especially women, youth, like children or different abled people, kind of activities should be supported.
Yes.
And like instead of like just being in many popular events, we try to be as much as we can in the like grassroots level of events. Yeah. So and we try to support accordingly, and that was all pleasure for us also, and we are happy that they represented the country nicely, because if Nepal becomes strong and it's represented well in the world arena, I'm sure it will help Nepal to develop also. And definitely whoever does something, we say directly come to us, we'll try our best.
That's so welcoming. Like, you know, if anything we want to do, it's like the energy that you pass, it's so positive that we feel like Nepal, if we are doing something for our country, there is a support. And this is also a wonderful opportunity that anyone doing anything, and there is support that is needed, and if things work out, then I think Turkish Airlines, Abdullah is always there.
Moreover, I'd like to add on this, whenever you visit certain offices or certain companies, there's always a gap between the consumer and the service provider and the top level of service provider. But I think with Turkish Airlines, this person is so grounded.
Yeah, very grounded, very humble.
Available.
That's
Even though he's so busy, so occupied, he's available to people.
Good to hear that.
And he assists himself. So this is one of the reasons we feel like Turkish Airlines is more comfortable and more homely.
And more people, sometimes I also feel that, as what Santosh said, when we travel, when we do something, we want to feel that we are safe. We know we are in right hands, and I always feel that, and I think that's a wonderful thing that Turkish Airlines is doing. And I think that is also because you are our brand ambassador to Turkish Airlines. So I also wanted to ask you, as you have been promoting travel sector, tourism, to make Nepal as a destination, and how the experiences has been so far after COVID, especially after COVID.
Honestly, it's like that. For us, Nepal is a tourism destination from the day one. So we try to look from that angle. We look from outside to inside and see how we can bring more people, or at the same time, how can we preserve the environment to make it sustainable also. So definitely COVID time was not good, like everywhere. But Nepal has an advantage, I mean, because most of the, let's say, touristic areas are outside. So like you are in the nature. And that is definitely, even the cultural heritage sites are all open areas. So that was definitely an advantage for Nepal. And we believe that, like at the beginning, people were thinking that it will not recover soon. I mean, it will take time to revive. But we see that now the traveling habits, even now capacities are not enough all around the world. Maybe you are hearing the news. But what I can say is now people really want to travel more than before.
Yes, true.
So
they want to live life. Actually.
Like everybody wants to go somewhere, and like because they couldn't go, that is one of the reasons. And second, they realize that like they should do things on time. I mean, no need to postpone. For next year,
travel is not after 50 program anymore. If you want to travel, right?
That's true. That's true. And if you have the chance to travel, use that as an opportunity and don't postpone it. So I think that kind of mindset is there for people. I can say now almost all the European airports, you see the news, I'm sure, like over capacity now. So they are trying to manage the capacity.
I can relate to this because when I was in Maupolska region, I could not find a hotel room.
See.
Recently?
On the day one, it was so difficult for me to find a room. Then I found one room and I booked it for 15 days. So that even though I was traveling in between to a different country, I just
come back to that. That's true.
नेपाललाई टुरिज्म सेक्टर नेपाललाई कसरी चाहिँ डेस्टिनेसन बनाउने त्यसमा काम कसरी गर्ने स्पेशली आफ्टर कोभिड गाह्रो नै छ जसलाई चाहिँ अब्दुल्लाले टर्किश एयरलाइन्सको थ्रुबाट चाहिँ एकदमै प्राथमिकता दिएर काम गरिरहनु भएको छ दो नेपालमा एम्बेसी छैन उहाँले भनि पनि सक्नुभयो त्यो भनेको आफै
एज एन एम्बेसी
उहाँ आफै पनि एज एन एम्बेसी जस्तै नै काम गरिरहनु भएको छ सो त्यो एउटा प्रख्यात भनाइ पनि छ नि त्यो गाने मुखलाई जुङ्गाले छेक्दैन भन्छ नि आई थिंक उहाँले गरिरहेको काम चाहिँ एक न कतै न कतै हैन सन्तोष
हैन यस्तो हुँदो रहेछ सानो सानो कुराले पनि कति धेरै मद्दत पुर्याइराखेको हुन्छ कि अब जस्तै मलाई एउटा कुरा चाहिँ के थाहा छ भने कोभिडको टाइममा पनि धेरै एयरलाइन्सहरु चाहिँ शटडाउन थियो हाम्रै साथीहरु युएसएमएले जाने बेला पनि आई थिंक दे ह्याड चार्टर्ड प्लेन एट दैट टाइम अनि स्टुडेन्टलाई सपोर्ट गर्ने होस् अरु कुरामा होस् त्यो चाहिँ एक्स्ट्रा पुश गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ नि त त्यो एउटा रिस्की डिसिजन पनि हो तर टु सपोर्ट अ कन्ट्री टु सपोर्ट द पिपल अफ दैट कन्ट्री आई थिंक these people have done excellent job
and that is coming out of from a very honest hearts of both of us because we represent somehow we represent the young people young youths of this country and you working with Turkish Airlines working with you has become very supportive, very pleasant, and this experience really matters because end of the day, what you are trying to do is to promote the tourism here, to make Nepal as a popular destination, even in the European countries as well. So, as we also mentioned, there are challenges, and I think, of course, one of the challenge could be not having an embassy here. So, do you see a future that where Nepal should definitely have an embassy here as well?
Honestly, it's already in the process.
Yeah.
I can give you the good news on that.
Yeah, it's in process. That's great.
So I think next year there will be Turkish embassy starting in Nepal.
Okay.
Wow.
So usually these relations are bilateral. So when it starts here, I'm sure Nepal will have an embassy in Turkey also.
Yes.
Turkey. So
that's amazing.
That will be a kind of big movement, big step between the relations between the two countries for the relations, and also like maybe just to highlight a few points. We have very common points, I have to say that. So more than 300 words we have in common to each other. So
300
words which is between like Nepalese and Turkish.
Can you give an example?
Yeah,
few of them.
So for example, kalam, kitab,
Kalam,
ijra, hawa, Ana, Baba, like most of them.
Wow.
There are too much.
I was not aware.
Really? Didn't I tell you before? Okay.
No.
Wow. 300
we were waiting for this so.
300 जति शब्द चाहिँ टर्की नेपालको सेम छ जस्तै कलम किताब and more
Adalet, Defter, Ijra,
Adalat,
Hawa, Piyade, like many.
Oh, wow.
Even Dai we use in a different version. Dai means like a mother's brother in Turkish. But for the elders, you don't know. When you see on the street, if you want to ask something, you ask like, can you help us? So it's same.
Oh, wow.
I can say.
यो पश्चिमी सभ्यतामा चाहिँ कस्तो रहेछ भने प्रिया हाम्रो धेरै जसो शब्दहरू चाहिँ संस्कृतबाट आगन्तुक शब्दहरू छ
Yeah, of course. The origin like Sanskrit.
अनि टर्कीको भयो थाई ल्याङ्ग्वेजमा पनि देयर आर लट अफ सिमिलरिटिज एन्ड इभन मले ल्याङ्ग्वेजमा यिनीहरू सबै चाहिँ टर्कीबाट आएको भएर सरी संस्कृतबाट आएको भएर देयर आर सिमिलरिटिज बट आई हैव नो आइडिया दैट देयर आर सो मेनी कमन वर्ड्स
I am stunned to know that there is so much of exchange and I think that is the start for Nepal and to have, you know, as you also mentioned, having an embassy in Turkey itself is how we promote destination as to be Nepal as a popular destination as well. So that is wonderful and cultural exchange, everything. People in Turkey are very kind, in Nepal too, very hospitable. So I think it's all about exchanging, and I think this is such a good news to start our day that this it's already in process, and I think it also saves lots of time, lots of hassle period is saved when the embassies are here itself. So I think it's going to be much more easier for everyone.
And
I think even to travel to Turkey right now, you didn't have to go to embassy. You get visa.
Depending if you have some other visas like
so we get the transit visa, and that is one beautiful part. That's how I travel Istanbul.
But I think after COVID, it's not.
It's still there, but it's like for UK, if you have UK, US or Schengen visa, you can get e-visa. That service is still there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, for transiting in Istanbul, if you are not going outside the airport, you don't need any visa also. But like to enter to city, you need e-visa. When you are traveling.
And that you can apply
you can do you can do yourself online.
Especially after COVID, I feel personally, traveling is bit challenging. It's not that fun, especially at the airports, because we have to go through lots of check-ins, process, lots of. Sometimes it's tiring. Sometimes it's also good because what we are doing, it's much needed, especially after the COVID. But I think, despite that, how you are trying to ease down those kind of hassles or process as an from your part.
First of all, it's much more easier than like COVID situation. Now we are in post-COVID phase. Most of the countries take the restrictions out, so there are not big restrictions now. Earlier it was like many countries were not allowing. So if you are vaccinated usually, or if you have PCR, most of the countries allow now. There is not big restrictions at the moment. Hope they will not come again, because as you said, that was not very comfortable. I have to agree on that part. So from our side, yes, we need to follow the safety protocols, health and safety protocols. That's more important at that time. Sometimes your priorities may change accordingly. That time it was that priority. Now we are more focusing on comfort areas again. At that time, because of safety and health issues, like maybe less catering was there, less services were there, but safety, health services was there.
I think it's all a part of reviving back and coming back slowly. Yes,
that time we were having someone responsible from Asian. Now we are again having our chefs in flight. So like things are changing back to normal. I mean, so that's not new normal. Let's say.
It's normal.
I'm adding something to this, Priya. When I was doing, when I was doing the Mr. and Miss Supranational, and I invited my international guests. And it was the family trip with Turkish Airlines at that time. And during that time, I also invited him, and I also met his son. So I'd like to deviate this to a little bit to your personal life. You have a family who are living in Turkey and also in Nepal.
Nepal.
You guys travel quite a lot.
They are mainly in Nepal.
Mainly in Nepal. So we'd like to know that part. Maybe we have some
pictures.
Photos of that. Let's have a look on that.
This social media.
Social media. This is such a beautiful family. Your daughter. I have met everyone. And they're so nice. Your son is so sweet, very energetic.
He's a bit bigger now.
He's bigger now. And your daughter, she's so nice and humble. I met her at the Turkish Airlines event. Arko picture pani. Wow, this is my favorite. That's why.
This is also one of my favorites.
Picture,
because like my wife and son came to Nepal. They lived in Nepal, honestly. They are still living in Nepal. But my daughter was in Turkey at that time. She was in Istanbul for the school. So after a long time, this was her first visit. So, like my son said, I have to be very handsome. My elder sister is coming. So he was the most excited.
Wow.
It's a kind of welcoming photo for us.
So he's informal.
Yes, this is so beautiful because, as Santosh was saying, because of your work, you have to travel here and there, which definitely restricts you from having lots of leisure time with your family. But still, when I see this picture, how you reflect to these pictures, the memories, how you still make time.
It is like, first of all, family also, I have to thank them a lot, because they adopted whatever I did in my life. They were all supportive and they all adopted. So like for us, it was not an easy decision, because my daughter was going to a school and it was a good school in Istanbul. So we had to leave her back. So that was definitely not an easy decision. But like we saw that it worked. Now she grew up, now she's in university in France. So like even years pass. So we have very good memories in Nepal, I can say. Family also loved Nepal. The people of Nepal, especially the people of Nepal, I have to highlight that part. Since,
thank you.
Like after your nice words, I have to highlight this part also from my side. Because of the positive energy of the people, it's like kind of, you feel that energy together. It cannot be one way. Like at one time maybe it can be, but main thing is the energy is always both way. Thanks to people of Nepal also, they made us feel at home also, as like, and if I can make you feel at home when you come to my office, definitely at least I am. I am thinking in my way.
So we can say that not just Abdullah, but the entire family is feeling home in Nepal.
Yes, sure.
And we're very proud of that. And all those foreign guests that we have, all the people from foreign countries who are watching, you can listen these words from Abdullah.
Yeah, definitely.
This country is very homely. Please visit Nepal.
Of course. Yes, definitely. Fly with us for sure. No, honestly, for us, priority is of course Nepal. So we'll continue to promote Nepal's tourism, because I believe that there's a big potential in the country. And definitely for the students, I have to say one word: when they are traveling outside, we definitely want them to travel all around the world, but then come back to Nepal and do something for the country. So I usually joke them, if you are buying like return ticket, it's better.
You are getting more discount.
One way it may be hard for you. So we usually joke them.
Okay, that's very smart thing to do. You know, you are telling them to come back, and that is something very beautiful. Also, we want people going outside, students, anyone going outside, to come back to the country. We need you. Nepal needs you. Nepal needs development, and we all need you.
Sure.
So we have been talking about tourism, about your experiences, but we have to talk more. But after a little break, is it okay?
No, fine for me.
हामी अब्दुल्ला सँग धेरै कुरा गरिरहेका छौँ नेपालको टुरिज्म सेक्टरको बारेमा, नेपाललाई कसरी डेस्टिनेसन बनाउन सकिन्छ र उहाँको प्रयासहरू र उहाँको पर्सनल जर्नी पनि। तर अलिकति अझै कुरा गर्नु छ, तर यो सबै यो ब्रेक पछि।
ब्रेक पछि पुनः स्वागत छ गुड मर्निङ नेपालमा। आज हामी कुरा गर्दैछौँ टर्किश एयरलाइन्सको जीएम अब्दुल्ला जीसँग। So we're talking about a lot of things regarding tourism and aviation and the way you are contributing. But I would like to ask something very critical about this. We all are working in different fields, but I'm always concerned about the sustainability of the thing. So how do you see the sustainability of tourism in Nepal, in world, and the entire sector after COVID?
Yeah, honestly, it's a hot topic.
Yeah, sustainability.
I have to say that, like every country, every organization has their own projects. So from Turkish Airlines perspective, I can say, like we started using biofuel aircraft starting from February 2022, which is a big change, and of course we definitely want to expand that fleet accordingly. Use more, so which has less carbon prints in the world.
Okay.
Plus also, when I was checking, I realized that from 2008 onwards, we have more than 100 optimization projects inside the company to reduce the carbon print. I mean, it didn't start just a few years back. From 2008 onwards, and tens of thousands of tons carbon print is less because of that optimization projects. Which is fine, which is not very visible, but I think that, like, not only airline, but everyone's personal responsibility.
Yes.
So take care of that. Sustainability in tourism also important.
Yes, I think government is even promoting sustainable development goals. I myself, I'm doing my master's in sustainable development.
Really? So she's the expert.
So, you know, even keeping it as a priority, talking about it, even starting an awareness about sustainability for bigger companies or aviation, even to start this is something that we are going somewhere, because it's high time we talk about this and we do something about it.
Sure.
And that's amazing that you have already started an initiative to how we can be sustainable with our consumption or what we produce or whatever we do.
Exactly.
So which is, I think, incredible.
Because like the world will continue after us also. Huh?
We
have to live a better world when we are going from the world.
And it's very important, like what sort of world, what sort of earth we are passing to the next generation. I talked with him regarding one of my projects, Plant Your Books, and it was about tree plantation and library. And he is particularly very concerned about working, helping people, you know, even working in the sector of environment. And I'm glad that even through the airlines part, they are reducing the carbon prints. And that's quite important, because when I read about articles which are relating to the climate change, if I have to remind you, I think 300 species of mammals will be extinct in next 10 years if we don't hold this situation.
Yes, that's
so
bad.
We should not forget that we are mammals as well.
Yes.
That's true.
And we could be one of them, and COVID has already taught us this lesson.
Yes.
So it's very important, whoever is watching us, environmental conservation is as important as your studies, as important as your food that you daily consume, as important as your life, because it is concerned about our future generation. So we're very thankful to this.
Yeah, very thankful, because we humans are very ignorant. We think the world is only ours. हामीलाई लाग्छ संसार हाम्रो मात्रै हो, हामी मान्छेको मात्रै हो, तर हामी जहिले पनि भन्छौँ यो संसार इक्वली हरेक नेचरको हो, and we have to balance whatever we do, because what we give back is what we receive. And if there is toxic air, there is there is waste, everything, that is something we are giving to the nature, and that is what we get back. So I think we have to be very mindful. And when we talk about being mindful, sustainability is definitely a way to answer all the problems. And it's a start. It's a great start that we wish you luck that sustainability, whatever the approaches that are coming more for Turkish Airlines, or you as an individual also working in sustainable development or sustainability, I hope you achieved more and more numbers that it will be great for the environment and the world.
We will be very glad to be part
small
of this.
things make big changes.
Yes, exactly.
We have to know that from personal perspective also. We have to know small things which we can, like in our daily life, a little bit do like that.
Yes, very true.
Can make a big change in total.
Yes.
So we should consider from personal perspective also.
Yes. That's so we are almost at the end of the show.
I think we were just warming up.
we just started. Yeah, we also felt like we were just started, but we are at the end of the show. We have to. We have so many questions to ask, but as we are somewhere coming to the end of the show, we have a final question for you. If you want to ask something, okay, he has one more question. Two final questions. Yes, Santosh.
Abdullah, so this question is more about how you see your future in Nepal.
Yeah.
Because after working a lot and after contributing a lot to this country, what are the changes that you think from our side we should do or we should bring? One suggestion, and also how long do you think you are going to work in Nepal?
Yes.
Okay, shall I give
because we need you.
I don't know.
We want you to work forever here.
Okay, then let me.
Because we just want to know that how homely you feel, so that like people from Nepal will also feel good, and also those who are coming to Nepal, they'll once you go to Nepal, you have to stay forever because it's beautiful. That's what we want to know.
That I fully agree, but I have to say one thing then, since you asked the question. Most probably from September onwards, I will be appointed to a different country.
Oh, that's not good
but
news.
My heart will stay definitely here.
We need a replica of Abdullah in Nepal.
Yeah, otherwise we are not welcoming.
The work with Turkish Airlines, the work with the friends, with the team will continue, because we have our company policy at the same time to support Nepal tourism in every area. Yes, but personally, of course, my support will go on for a long time. No worry on that. As long as we live, one of the braids will be here also. Don't worry about that.
But it's not a good news that you will be leaving us in September.
Let's see, because life has to go on at the same time.
One thing, we can visit one more country. And
one more country
for you.
Stay with him.
Sure, that will be definitely fine. But I can say, yes, Nepal is a wonderful country, I have to say. There are many points which has to be highlighted. Let me tell my motto also about Nepal. Everybody is too much focused on Nepal. That's a very strong point for sure. But not to make it a weak point, we should also focus on what is more than that. So we usually say Nepal more than mountains, and we invite everyone to see mountains plus more than mountains part. So with the nature also, with the beauty of the people, with the culture, with the heritage, with the wellness. There are many areas with the adventure sports. There are many areas, and hopefully Nepal will gradually increase the position in the world's map, I believe, in tourism.
So any suggestions to the people of Nepal? What should we do?
They love their country a lot. I like that part also, definitely. That's the most important part. I like the identity of Nepal people. We are Turkish people also like that. We love our country a lot. So whatever is there, the country is first. So I think they should keep this. They should not lose this. And also there are many different cultures. There's a big cultural diversity in Nepal. So when you look from outside at the first, maybe you may not be able to understand. Since I lived inside, I understood that diversity of culture is the biggest richness in the world. I mean, we should know that. When you go to very developed parts of the world, you see very same type of people, same type of culture. You don't see big differences. Also, even buildings look the same. But when you come to Nepal, the diversion of the people with different cultures, and the good part, they are all living their culture. I think Nepal should keep this forever, and this will be the strongest point.
Yes, that's so true. We agree that to conserve our culture is very important, because that is not only promoting tourism or bringing the tourists more here, but it's also how we conserve the culture, how we promote it. And I think that's a wonderful message that you gave us, that Nepal is just more than mountains. It's not limited. And that is something we should all learn, and we should focus on, and we can explore east to west Nepal. And when we make travel destination goals, I think we should make the destination goal like, you know, we want to travel all part of Nepal rather than having a goal just traveling outside. We also can do that as Nepali. That's how we can promote it. So we are very grateful for your time. It was really insightful. It was a fun conversation with you as well. We wish you luck for your journey that is coming ahead. We wish you luck for your future. And whatever you have done till now for Nepal, for promoting youths in this country, in international pageants or international platforms that we do, we are very grateful, and thank you so much for your time here.
Thank you very much also.
Yes, so कार्यक्रमको हामी अन्त्यमा आइसक्यौं, जहाँ हामीले मिस्टर अब्दुल्लासँग, जनरल म्यानेजर अफ टर्किश एयरलाइन्ससँग उहाँको एक्सपिरियन्स नेपालमा कस्तो रह्यो, नेपाली नभए पनि नेपालको टुरिज्म सेक्टरदेखि ल्याएर नेपाललाई पपुलर डेस्टिनेसन कसरी बनाउन सकिन्छ भन्ने कुराहरू त उहाँले गरि नै हाल्नुभयो। यससँग हामी धेरै प्रोत्साहन भएर नै अघि बढ्न सक्छौं। सन्तोष,
डेफिनेटली आजको एपिसोडमा म त ज्यादै खुसी पनि छु, किनभने हामीले एक दुईटा टिप्सहरू पनि पायौँ,
धेरै टिप्सहरू पायौँ।
अब हामी कार्यक्रमको अन्त्यमा छौँ। थ्याङ्क यू सो मच मिस्टर अब्दुल्ला फर बिङ विथ अस, र हामी फेरि यस्तै रमाइलो सेगमेन्ट ल्याएर तपाईँहरूमा फेरि उपस्थित हुने नै छौँ। समयको पाबन्दीले गर्दा आजको लागि बिदा माग्छौँ। तपाईँको दिन शुभ रहोस्। गुड मर्निङ नेपाल। थ्याङ्क यू।
थ्याङ्क यू।